Hey guys, today I want to talk about Toothpick style frames. As you can see, I got a bunch of them here. I got Primo style frames, I got Toothpick, I got APIC Racing, I got Sailfly-x, I got Foofighter, ThugFrames, you name it. I got a no-name Chinese something here. Well, hopefully this video is going to help someone who is trying to build a Toothpick style drone, who is either shopping for a frame and just kind of can't decide with so many choices here. I know these are not all of the available options. I know there's a couple other ones, but these are the main, I think, options that people are buying and kind of building. So let's go over them. So right here, I got the Pickle style frame. This is Pickle version 2 for the 1102 motors, the Happy Model 1102 motors. So it's okay. This frame is all right. It's not my favorite. I believe this is one of the first. This was one of the first frames I got. This is also a Pickle style frame. They're pretty much identical, except this one's designed to take 1103, but right now I have 1105, which has the same mounting hole pattern on here. So this frame does require a lot of modification done to it, especially for the new GEP RC or Beta FPV 12 amp whoop style flight controller. I had to file the micro USB hole right here and file it down. Almost got really close to the hole mount for the canopy here. So yeah, that's just one of the kind of negative things about this frame. And the edges are not chamfered, and there's no counterbore on the screw holes here for the motors. So that just kind of let you know what couple of the things I didn't like about this frame. And it does come with a canopy, and the canopy is 3D printed like this. I got the bright yellow color, and the hole screws are kind of small sometimes, so you have to kind of extend them a little bit, and it's very soft. It comes a little squished up, so but it gets straightened out. This is for the EOS 2 camera. So yeah, the next frame is this frame right here. I got it on Pyrodrone. This is APIC style Toothpick. This is their Toothpick version. It has it's almost identical to the original Toothpick by Kebab, and it has additional hole mounts for the motors, so you can pretty much mount any motors you want here up to reasonable size. And one thing is different here. It has the strap for the battery, so that's a good thing. That's a plus. So like for example, Pickle didn't really have any mounting for the battery, so just kind of I used the two little rubber bands right here just kind of to mount my battery. It works, and it's light, so it's good. But yeah, the edges on the APIC Toothpick frame is chamfered, and there's no counterbore on the screw holes for the motors. So that's a couple other negative things. And micro USB hole here for the flight controller. It does not fit the 12 amp flight controllers, at least the version I got here. I believe this is their version 1 or whatever. They didn't really have a version name at the time of my purchase. But I would have to file this micro USB opening down a little bit to accommodate the 12 amp whoop style flight controller. So this is, as you guys probably know, this is the Sailfly-x. I got it from Banggood, and just wanted to try out. I think it was like $10 just for the frame, no motors, and it came with a canopy and the battery mount here, battery holder. So again, no chamfered edges, no counterbore on the screw holes here for the motors, and it does not fit the 12 amp whoop style flight controller here. There's a mounting kind of screws here, and if I do break them off, it's so tiny here, the edges are so tiny, I believe it will just compromise the integrity of a frame entirely. I don't know, this design is, I don't know, I don't like this design. So, and just the frame overall, maybe it's good for the 1102 motors or lighter motors, but and just The 3D print canopy is okay. It's kind of heavy. It only takes the all-in-one camera, the small type of cameras, like these jabbies here. So yeah, and just I don't know, I wasn't too thrilled with this. And the screws that they supply, they're actually flexible. Okay, these are nylon screws, so that's pretty much, I think it's gonna break very easily. So these two frames right here on the corner here, these are Foofighter frames, version 2 and version 1. This made by ThugFrames. They're a little bit bigger than a Toothpick style. I believe these are 120 millimeter, and Sailfly-x is 110, and these are 100s. The rest of them are 100s. So yeah, they're a little bit larger, and I got both of them, and it's okay. The edges are chamfered, which is really good, and the new version 2 actually has a multiple hole mounting hole pattern for the motors. So I don't know. I'm still. I know it's cool to be able to mount different motors on a single frame, but it's just the way it's drilled, the way it's designed, it just doesn't look optimal. You know, like if you, for example, look at this APIC Racing hole pattern, and you look at the ThugFrame hole pattern, it's kind of all over the place. It doesn't look quality, and I know the screws can slip out if you try to mount at one point, and it's just going to go sideways if you tighten it. So I'm not really fan of this type of designs. I know people trying to adapt them to multiple motors that are out there, which I understand, but I'd rather just buy two different frames for the different mounting patterns. So that's just my preference. And ThugFrames did come, the Foofighter came with this canopy. 3D printing job is pretty horrible here, but it works. I believe people painting this black just to kind of highlight some of the things. It's a cool little canopy. It's much larger than other canopies in size, and it's made out of rigid plastic. It doesn't squish like this. This is very rubbery. Kind of like the rubbery aspect of it, because sometimes when you're trying to fit a VTX in it, non-standard stuff, it kind of stretches and it works. But this one, I'm not sure. This one might be an issue. But I haven't actually built this one yet. I'm still waiting for a couple more parts for the ThugFrame build, and I will do that. So this one is no name. I'm sure it has a name, but I just forgot. I got it on a Banggood, and this is a Chinese type of frame. Again, no chamfered edges, no counterboard here for the screws, and it's a very tiny frame. I think it's a 80 millimeter, and it has the whole mounting hole pattern for the 1103s and 1105 type of motors. So I think it can take up to 2-inch props. I think 2-inch will work because of this, the way the whole flight controller sits here. So I'm just curious. I don't know why I bought it, and I know their newer version came out with a 2.5 millimeter thickness for the carbon here, so it's a lot more rigid, so it'll take on these heavier motors. I don't know, it'll probably fly like crap, but I just wanted to build it for fun and see, and just put a very light frame kind of camera, like all-in-one camera on it, and just kind of just play around. I don't know, why not? So I already looked over that one. So these two guys, I actually received them yesterday. These are the kits I got from Primo. These are 080X kits. So they were on back order for a while, so that's why I was waiting to do this review, and I built them this morning, and I love those kits. So the reason I love them, okay, looking at the frame, looking at the whole design, the frame design is awesome. Chamfered edges, counterbore on the screw holes here for the motors. This specific frame design for the 080X type of motors, 1102, 1103 Happy model motors, and it comes with battery holder, comes with canopy. The 3D printing job is awesome. There's no stringing. It's very soft and smooth. It's almost look like just came from the factory. It doesn't even look like a 3D printing job, but I know it does, but it's an awesome 3D printing job. and it has the output for the diversity antennas from your receiver, which is awesome. Like a lot of other canopies, they don't. They just kind of have them this way, and this one has also kind of stick out like a little two little sticks sticking out. I love this. I love this kit that came in. It has the mounting bracket for the EOS 2 camera, which I mounted. It kind of looks like this. I think it's reversed. This was for the other camera, but it's very similar. And for this one right here, I built a trash can out of it, and this is trash can guts, I should say. And the props actually came as a kit from Primo. And this one I built. This uses 1103 new 1103 HIPI model motors. This is a 12,000 kV motors, and I'm using the new 65 millimeter gem fin props that Primo also selling. I think they're whiskey color or something like that. So yeah, it's a little heavier, and but I like it. It's very powerful, very fast, very agile, much faster than the trash can guts type of thing. But this is almost flyable. The trash can one is almost flyable inside. I can't really fly this guy inside. I can't do it. It's all over the place. Too fast, too agile. So one cool thing about the Primo frames are it does accept the 12 amp, the new 12 amp loop style flight controller, which I love. Don't have to file anything. It even I was even able to fit the micro USB port into that frame, so without filing anything. And it barely touches, maybe not even touches the frame. So that was awesome. I basically just put that in and it worked. No filing, no nothing. Because I do have files that I use to just extend the micro USB holes on the frame. So I believe I did that right here, yeah, that I showed it earlier. So it's a messy job, and you know, if you don't have to do it, why do it? So yeah, it's awesome. I love this type of design. It's very efficient, a very efficient design. Takes a lot of different I guess custom builds that it can accept. For example, I have RXSR here, and I have the VTX TBS Unify Nano Pro 32 400 milliwatt. It gets really hot, but it does have air circulation going through here, and perfect antenna mounting here, and there's plenty of room for the RXSR right there on the bottom of it. So yeah, it's a tight fit, but it works, and I love it. I didn't have to modify much, and antenna outs right here from the RXSR. So yeah, everything works. No additional stuff necessary. So yeah, hopefully this helps someone when they choose the build. I definitely prefer Primo. I wish I would have gotten them sooner. I know they were in back order, and that's why I kind of played around with the rest of them. But don't get me wrong, the rest of them work. They just need a little, you know, fiddling with, and you know, especially with the new parts coming out, like the new flight controller. They came out. It's a little bigger, we're saying thicker. So, and all of these older designs of the frames are actually were kind of designed around the Crazy Bee type of flight controller. So that's kind of the negative. I know a lot of manufacturers are kind of changing stuff around as they go. So, but yeah, hopefully this helps someone. Just post any questions that you have in the comments, and subscribe to see all my builds. I'm going to try to build all of them. I'm going on vacation, so I'm not going to be building anything for the next 2 weeks. But as soon as I come back, I will definitely start building, and I will have more parts that are coming in, and I will review as well. So, alright, thanks guys.